All right, we're joined by Notre Dame wrestling coach Rich Anderson on the precipice of a season. Before we talk about this year, Coach, let's take a look back at your first year. What did you learn about yourself in the Notre Dame community?
Well, I learned that I actually love working here. I made a great choice coming here. I think our program is on the move. We're up and coming still. We're still a young program. And I learned that we got a lot of hard-working kids here, and I'm excited to continue on with that.
Well, the season's really just getting underway, but it really started much earlier. You had some summer workouts with the football team. How did that come about, and how do you think it'll pay dividends?
Well, it started because, I wanted to build this program as far as numbers go. And I know for a lot of wrestling programs across the country and college football coaches across the country love having kids who wrestle. So I approached Coach DiCaprio about working out with the football team in the summer with both teams. He was all for it, very positive about it, and that's what we did. So the wrestlers worked out with the football team, and I also did it as a kind of a recruiting move to get some of the other football players to come out for our program, and it worked very well. I have 14 freshman football players out for the program, and I'm really excited about that.
What type of style do you want your wrestlers to employ on the mat?
Well, I don't have any particular style. Every kid has their own style, but I want to be aggressive and relentless on the mat. I also want to be unafraid of trying different things and being afraid to make mistakes, especially the younger kids. They need to go out there and try stuff. Even if they're not comfortable with it, just go out there, try it, make an effort at it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we'll get back to the drawing board and we'll get them better for the next time. Again, just be unafraid and be relentless.
All right, how would you say the preseason has gone, and being year two, did it go a little smoother for you?
It went smoother in the fact that I kind of understand a little bit more about stuff I need to get done on the administrative side. Obviously, every school is different, but as far as the program itself, actually probably a little bit harder because I have so many kids this year, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining about that. But overall, it's been smoother. These kids work hard. There's no doubt about that. So, they've really put in the effort, and they show up every day like they're supposed to. So overall, yeah, I would say it's definitely smoother.
What would you say the percentage of the team has wrestling experience versus newcomers, and what does that mean going into the season?
Well, it's actually pretty simple. We have 11 returning wrestlers with 2 more with experience, so it's basically 33% of the kids have experience, 66% have 0 experience whatsoever. What that means is we are breaking it down to the basics to start our program off this year, which is actually really good for the older kids too, because sometimes they tend to forget about doing the basics. They want to do some fancy stuff that's really not needed. So for me and the program itself, I think it's really good that we get back to basics and get the kids geared up from there.
You mentioned 11 returning guys. Who are you going to count on this year to try to get you some wins?
Well, hands down, it's going to be Alex Barber is the guy for this year. That's an easy choice. He placed at the Class M meet, placed 4th last year, wrestled in the Open. He's definitely my most experienced wrestler. He'll be here have been here for 4 years. He'll be my only 4-year wrestler that I have this year. Other guys I expect to do well, Jackson Polician. Jackson was 182 pounds last year. Jackson has hit the weights hard this year. He weighs almost 220 pounds, so I expect a lot from him. Other than that, I expect something from Jesse Johnson and Kevin Savigny, and also Lewis Stevenson. Those guys should be able to step up this year also.
You mentioned a lot of the team without experience, but I'm sure some newcomers are going to get some varsity experience and hopefully contribute.
There's definitely a lot of newcomers going to get experience. Two to come to mind to have previous wrestling experience before they got here were Ethan Weaver. He'll probably go to 106 pounds, and Max Kyle. He'll probably go 160 pounds. Both kids wrestled in Brantford, so it's nice to have some kids with experience. Some other younger kids that I think might see some time are Alex Labadia and Xavier Claudio.
Every team has some preseason goals. What have you kind of set for the guys to try to accomplish this year?
For us, it's a little different because we're so young. I think our goals this year, individually, I want Alex to place, I'm going to be honest, I want him to place top 2 in the Class M's and to do very well in the State Open for him to probably place top 6 in the State Open and qualify for New England's. As far as team-wise, for us, I just want us to get better as a team. Again, being so young, we've got a lot of work to do. Even our kids that have experience, it's not a lot of experience. So for us, it's to get better every single match. For us, we work towards the end of the season. Every match we have early gets us better for the next one. We improve every time on, and we see where we end up at the end of the season.
The end of the year, come March, wrestling season will be successful if these couple things happen.
For me, I'd like to get 3 kids to qualify for the State Open. Any 3. I don't care which 3 they are. For us as a team, that would be great. And overall, as a team, I think just improve from where we've come because most of us were at 0 ground to start. I think if we get 50 to 75% better from where we started, that's a successful year for us.
Thanks, Coach. We look forward to watching your team in action.
Thanks, can't wait for it.